Hello everyone. This is Josh, and this is Wrestling in Review. I just finished watching Monday Night Raw, and overall it was an okay show. There was nothing special to write home about or anything. The night began with Stephanie McMahon in the ring. I thought they were going to do another 20-minute long, boring segment. But it looked like she was going to interview Becky Lynch, but before she could introduce her, Becky Lynch interrupted her. Now, Becky Lynch came out and she was limping, and I thought maybe they were playing off a fake injury. But seeing as she got suspended and some of the stuff I read on the internet, maybe it's not so fake. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't take my word on that. Don't take me as a credible source, because I'm just seeing what I'm reading on the internet. I like the fact that Becky was able to rip on Stephanie, because not many people get to do that. There's only a few people in the WWE that get to do that, and rarely any of it is women, besides Ronda Rousey. Basically, Stephanie said, go see a doctor or you have to be suspended. And Becky didn't want to go see a doctor, so Stephanie suspended her. And then after that, Becky beat up Stephanie, at least for a little bit. After that was over, they didn't carry. They ushered Becky backstage and were going to usher her out of the building. And then she met up with Ronda Rousey, and Ronda Rousey basically just said that you put our match at jeopardy, you put the women's evolution in jeopardy. It was actually worded a lot better than what I'm saying, but I thought it was a pretty good segment. It didn't last too long. It was just quick in and out, because Ronda was going out for a match against Liv Morgan. Now, this whole thing right here with Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan and Ruby Riott I thought was really stupid. At first, she had a match with Liv Morgan, which again was just a stupid quick match. Didn't really do anything. Just hit the armbar and bam, she tapped out. Sarah Logan jumped up, challenged her to a match, and the match began. And again, not too long, she hit her with the armbar, and bam, that was it for Sarah Logan. Although Sarah Logan did cut or scratch Ronda's cheek, or I don't know how that happened, but something happened there where she got a cut in her cheek. At least I think it was a cut in her cheek. Then they teased a match between Ruby and Ronda, but Ruby walked away with the Riott Squad. Now, I didn't like this whole thing because, first of all, the matches were just seconds. Well, maybe more than seconds, minutes. They were minutes. But they were just there to make the Riott Squad look like punks. And especially Ruby, because Ruby didn't even get in the ring. She just got up on the apron and then went back down and went backstage and made up some stupid reason that her partners needed her. So I didn't like that at all. The next match was Four Corners Tag Team match. It had Heavy Machinery, it had the Lucha House Party, it had the B Team, and it had the Revival. Now, I was kind of iffy towards this match at first because they literally pretty much just had this exact same match on SmackDown. Heavy Machinery was even in that match on SmackDown. I was just wondering why they couldn't come up with a new idea. I know it's hard. Like, I can't say that I would come up with anything better. I'm not a writer. I would probably do the same thing, but I'd like to think that they can do a bit better. I mean, they're getting paid for it. They were showing off Heavy Machinery a lot in this match, so I thought maybe they were going to win the match. But no, the Revival won, which I'm happy they won. The only thing is that this time when they go for the tag team titles, that they. Oh, I forgot to mention that this match was for the tag team, no one contender match for the tag team titles. So hopefully, when the Revival go for the tag team titles, they actually win this time, because I'm getting sick of this whole Bobby Roode, Chad Gable, and Revival thing. They just need to win or go to AEW, because they would be appreciated there. I would give this match probably 2.5, because, like I said, it wasn't anything special, wasn't anything to write home about. But in the end, the right team won. There was some good back and forth, but again, nothing cool, nothing special. Next thing was the Angle in ring segment. They started off as like a fake retirement, but before he could say anything suggesting that, he was interrupted by Baron Corbin, who told him that he should have retired back when he retired and went into the Hall of Fame. And then he was also interrupted by Drew McIntyre, who basically said he was going to go beat him up. And then Baron and Drew went down to the ring, and Braun Strowman came out with the save. And that set up a match in the main event slot for Monday Night Raw. They then did a segment on Black History Month, which was a nice tribute. After that, they did a tag team match. They did Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Nikki Cross and Alicia Fox. This is for a spot in the Elimination Chamber match for the women's tag team titles. It was pretty nice. Nikki Cross and Alicia Fox, they attacked them before the bell right up to the ramp. They destroyed them. At least it looked like they destroyed them. And then they went to commercial, and then right after, when they came back from commercial, they were in the ring fighting. Sasha wasn't on the apron because she was still making her way, but Bayley was in fighting. This match didn't last too long. It had a shock ending too, which I will get to. But really, the only thing that Sasha did in this match was a move, not even a move, a thing on the outside where she moved Bayley out of the way so Nikki Cross could hit the ring post. And yeah, Sasha Banks was not tagged into this match at all. After that move on the outside, Bayley went back in the ring, rolled up Alicia, and got the pinfall. And Sasha came in, celebrated with her and everything. I still think maybe that this could be a setup for a match between the two of them, maybe somewhere later down the line. I'm not sure how I feel about that, because they screwed it up once. They're probably going to screw it up again. But I give this match probably 2 stars. They then went backstage again for a segment with Apollo Crews. He was talking about Kurt Angle, and saying that everybody has their bad days, bad matches, they lose sometimes. I thought this whole thing was weird because the camera angle was weird, and I just thought Apollo Crews was the wrong person to talk to, because they may be good friends off screen, I don't know, but on screen there's no connection between them, at least no personal connection between them. So it was kind of iffy. Oh, and Razor and Rockstar Spud and interrupted him, and they basically told him that Kurt Angle was going to lose and that Kurt Angle sucks, and that was the end of that. The next match was Jeff Jarrett, can you believe that, versus Elias. And first of all, the Road Dogg came up first to introduce Jeff Jarrett, and then they started singing that god-awful song again. I can't wait till they stop, because I was just like, please stop singing this song. And I was so happy when Elias interrupted them. He didn't do one of his songs, but that's okay because they stopped that song. um, this match was basically a nostalgia match just to show off Jeff Jarrett because he had most of the offense. It was only towards the end where Elias was able to win. It went on a lot longer than I thought, but Elias was able to win. Hit him with the drift away, pinned him 1, 2, 3 in the ring. I thought it was funny that Renee Young, she made a comment about Jeff Jarrett not wrestling in 20 years. Now they were able to fix it because Corey Graves fixed it like almost just after and said that this is the first time he wrestled in 20 years on Raw or WWE. So, but still, I thought I chuckled a little bit before he fixed it. The big spot in this match was after the match, where Elias got hit in the back with the guitar shot from Jeff Jarrett, which I thought, why push Jeff? You don't need to. I mean, Elias is the way to go. At least that's my opinion. Elias is always the way to go. And plus, when he hit him, the guitar barely even budged. Like, he may put a dent or like just barely broke like the back of the guitar, and that was supposed to be the big spot. So I feel bad for Elias in this because he deserves something better than being knocked out by old nostalgic act. I'm not saying Jeff can't wrestle. Just this whole thing right here was just not good. I've seen Jeff Jarrett wrestle, and he actually is a good wrestler. I've seen some of his feuds with many people around, like his WWE days, his WCW days, and his TNA days, and he's had some pretty good matches. It's just maybe he's just getting. I don't want to say he's getting too old, but maybe he is getting too old, or maybe they just didn't plan it right, or they just didn't. They just really doing anything with this match. I gave this match a 1.5 star just because I like Elias, and I'm glad that he won the match. Next, I went backstage for a segment with Dana Brooke and Natty Neidhart. Dana Brooke came out to apologize to Natty for losing the match for them, but Natty was too busy putting on her makeup and getting ready for the night out to even hear her. She acted like she didn't hear her at all. Dana Brooke got mad at this and said that she was going to have a match with her next week. So I guess that's going to be a thing next week. They're going to have a match. Even after Dana Brooke left the room, she was still just continued getting ready and didn't even acknowledge her at all. I thought it was kind of stupid. And I don't know if Dana Brooke is a heel or a face. They keep on switching each week. Last week she was face. This week she's a heel. I guess she's going to be a heel next week too. I don't know really what they're doing with her or where they're going to go with her. The next match was Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley. Finn Balor came out, did his whole thing, which I like. Then Bobby Lashley came out. They cut his music at the top of the stage and he began to talk, which wasn't very good because he flubbed a lot of his lines and it just seemed awkward. He just seemed like he was very uncomfortable, which is sad because I've seen Bobby talk in other companies, like in TNA. When he was in TNA and he was TNA champion, he was really good. He could talk. Well, he could talk his ass off. He attacked him before the bell. Bobby attacked Finn before the bell, and said that he was going to have a match with Lio Rush instead. Now, and he said if he impressed them enough, they could have a match for the Intercontinental title later down the line. Now, Bobby ended up getting ejected from ringside because he was interfering in the match. But after he left, Finn and Lio Rush actually had, quite a good match. This whole show was nothing special, but nothing. Not gonna complain. Well, most of it, I can't complain about most of it. I'd have to say that this was probably my match of the night because they did do some nice stuff. Finn Balor won, of course, because I was happy about that. Um, oh, uh, Leo did this whole slingshot stunner or cutter thing off the bottom rope, which looked, well, you didn't get a good look at it because he scared the ref, and not the ref, sorry, he scared the cameraman out of the way. So you didn't get a good glimpse of it, but what you caught seems pretty cool. After that match was over, um, Paige returned. Paige came out. Paige music's played, and everybody popped. Even I popped for that. I mean, I love Paige. But she was just there to promote her movie, which I've seen the previews for it several times, several times, and they just played it again, and I was getting sick of that because I want to go see the movie, but I'm sick. I don't want to see the preview anymore. Just let me see the movie. Just let me see the movie. After the preview for the movie, they then had a moment of bliss talk show moment. She brought out EC3, which I thought, okay, good. They finally are going to get EC3 to talk because he hasn't been talking at all, which that's what EC3 does. He's a talker. I mean, he's a good wrestler, but he's a better talker. They brought him out. Alexa was just making stupid jokes about him being hot and everything, which, meh, okay. And then right before EC3 was going to talk, Nia Jax comes out and interrupts, saying that she's going to take Becky Lynch's spot at WrestleMania, yada, yada, yada. I don't really care about Nia Jax anymore. It's weird because, if they could have ran with that facebreaker thing, which they tried, but they didn't really do much with it. But they could have done so much more with it. And plus, she's flip-flopped so much in the past that I don't really care about her anymore. Dean Ambrose then came out, and I guess they are going to go with the whole, at least it looks like they're going to go with the whole intergender match, maybe. I'm not sure. He then started talking to EC3, basically saying he didn't know who he was, and ask him stupid questions like, if you're EC3, then where's EC1 and where's EC2? This was a setup for a match because before EC3 could respond, he then punched Dean Ambrose in the face. So we still haven't heard EC3 talk on the main roster, which is kind of a letdown because, like I said, he's a really good talker. So the EC3 and Dean Ambrose match is a very quick match. I would say maybe 5 minutes. EC3 won with a Northern suplex, pinned him 1, 2, 3. The highlight for me of this match was after the match, and Corey Graves made a sex joke about EC3 and Alexa Bliss, saying that EC3 was going to get lucky tonight with Alexa. Again, it wasn't too much of a match, so I gave this match a 1.5 star. Next up was the Mojo Rawley segments that he's been having backstage, looking in the mirror, talking to himself. I don't know where they're going with this. I don't mind it because they're not doing anything with Mojo anyway. Why not give him something? I hope it leads to something because Mojo is not too bad. I haven't really I've seen Mojo wrestle, and he's not bad. But like I said, they haven't really done much with him, so I haven't really got a chance to see him, try something good. So hopefully they're going somewhere with this. The next match was the main event, and it was Kurt Angle and Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin and I was going to say Dean Ambrose, but no, Drew McIntyre. Match started off as basically they were just beating the crap out of Kurt Angle, and it was like a comeback story. They were trying to get as Kurt Angle was trying to get the hot tag to Braun, and they beat up Kurt Angle for a little bit, and then finally Kurt Angle was able to get that hot tag, which really wasn't much of a hot tag at all. But Braun came in to beat up Baron and Drew for a little bit, and then they did the whole comeback story for Braun to get the hot tag on Kurt Angle, which I don't know why. Like, I get they want to make Drew look big and strong and able to take on a man like Braun, but a lot of the beating down was Baron Corbin, which I just don't understand because right now I'm over Baron Corbin, and not even as like a heel. I don't like him. I don't like him not as a heel. I just don't like him. So anyway, he was able to get that hot tag to Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle did a couple of suplexes and an Olympic slam. And then they were able to double team on Kurt. And then Braun came in, and which I don't know why they did this, because I don't like this at all. Not at all. At all. Braun got disqualified because he attacked Baron Corbin, who was the legal man. Now, people come in and attack, like in tag team matches, the outside man comes out and attacks the legal man all the time. Like, they do double team moves, they do, they just come save the match. It happens all the time, so I don't know why they just couldn't kick him out of the ring or say, you got 5 seconds to get out of the ring, or you're disqualified, not just flat out disqualify him. I didn't like that one bit. That was the end of the match. Like I said, they got disqualified. After the match, there was a little bit of a brawl, which Kurt Angle and Braun got the upper hand of. Braun was able to chokeslam Drew and Baron into some stairs, and that was the end of the match. Or the end of the night, really. It was okay. I would give this match... I had it at a 3, but then I was like, no, I thought about it. And I decided to give it 2.5. I know that's not much of a difference, but I just had to think about it. Yes, so thank you for watching the review of Monday Night Raw. Next time I see you will be tomorrow for SmackDown Live. I hope you enjoyed. Leave comments if you want. Subscribe if you want. If you think I'm wrong, or if I'm being too easy or nice, or maybe too hard on the matches and the wrestlers and the segments and all that stuff, let me know. Thank you, and have a good night.